Hello my friends. I've decided to put some poems onto YouTube, share them on Facebook, because the way a poet is writing is capturing how he feels about something at the time, and probably he knows how best to read his poem. You know, we don't really know exactly how William Shakespeare would have read his works, or Wordsworth, or any other poet. Not that I'm comparing myself with those poets. It's just nice to put them on record, read as I feel they should be read, because of how they made me feel at the time. This one's called Northern Sea. It's about the coastline up here that I absolutely love. Northern Sea. Northern Sea, how you move me, how you inspire deep inside. The way you turn your tide upon me, your roaring, crashing pride. The sandy shores around you, the weeds within your grip, the rock pools of your water on the North Atlantic lip. Northern Sea, how you move me, make me leap with joy, erase the stress of adulthood. Once more, I'm like a boy. The pounding of 1,000,000 gallons ringing in my ears, laughing with the children, peeling decades off the years. I wrote that in September 2007. I think we'd been swimming on the beach, a few of us at the time. We also have mountains up here. They may not be the kind of mountains that you have where you live, because some of you have vast alpine like mountains. Ours are quite small, but they're very beautiful. And the thing about mountains is they almost freeze time, and that's what this is about, really. Mountains. What time is it? Well, it could be any time. What day is it? Well, it could be any day. What year is it? Well, it could be any year. What century is it? It could be any century. Up here in the mountains, where the rocks are scattered, time is forgotten, if it ever really mattered. Change is so slow here, you won't see it at all. Only the season, and this is the fall. What time is it? Maybe any time soon. What day is it? Well, it is not at night. What year is it? You can just choose. What century? You're here a long time. Here where the stream cuts through the bog, clouds drift amidst us, life is like fog. 1,000 years it was all just the same, though many folk died, others came. What time is it? Millennium or clock? What day is it? One day is 1,000 years. What year is it? One as old as that valley. What century? Each one ticks like a second. Wars, famines, political change and rebellion, a pause of a week or 1,000 million. Shadows pass close across the steep track. Meet ancient travellers, in the future come back. That's an example of a poem that actually only every other verse rhymes. Poetry doesn't always have to rhyme. It's more about the arrangement of words to capture an idea, rather than just rhyming. Not all poems rhyme. That was written in April 2009, after spending some time in the mountains. This one is a little different. It's called Enough. I'm not sure quite what I was trying to say here. I was just playing with words, really. This was written in April 2009 as well. Enough. Enough heard and enough said, enough written and enough read, enough toil and enough rest, enough second, enough best. Enough fight, enough peace, enough rent, enough lease, enough light, enough dark, enough dog, enough bark. Enough window, enough door, enough rich, enough poor, enough apple, enough pear, enough eye, enough stare. Enough old, enough new, enough many, enough few, enough smiles, enough tears, enough seconds, enough years. Enough horse, enough cart, enough finish, enough start. enough sunshine, enough rain, enough bus, enough train, enough silence, enough noise, enough girls, enough boys, enough kittens, enough calves, enough whole, enough halves, enough ones, enough tens, enough bills, enough bends, enough water, enough dry, enough maggot, enough fly, enough this, enough that, enough rough, enough flat, enough is enough, enough is fine, smooth enough. That probably is enough. I guess I was just playing with words and seeing how one line led me to think about something that led to the next line there. Sometimes it's nice to just play with language. Hope you enjoyed listening to those. It's just a pleasure to be able to share a poem or two with folk that enjoy poetry. Really, all of us should be trying to write some poetry. Language is a wonderful gift that we should use to the full. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll share some more stories and poems in the future. Bye bye now, everybody. Bye bye.